I was wondering if it would cause me a problem, but it didn't. So apparently we're good to go. So I'm streaming both vertically and horizontally to both platforms. So now I'm like a 2026 streamer. Next thing you know, I'm going to be streaming to like the TikToks or something. My God. Okay.
Get real fancy with it.
I do have a party finder up, so if anyone watching wants to join, we do have a party finder up on Hallie. We are accepting applications. We do have room. So yeah. Right now there is just the 3 of us, but we'll wait a couple of minutes. We're not going to wait very long. If we don't have any more people join us, then maybe we'll bump down to 80s or 90s. Just because one of the viewers is me. Fantastic. And one of the viewers is me, I'm sure too. And then yeah, we'll bump down because doing 100s with 3 people is a little bit rough. If we were to get anything like the Mandragoras or something, we would be in a pretty tough spot pretty quickly. It would not go well. I've been kicked out of treasure dungeons with 3 people before. Oh, I have a headache. I'm not gonna lie. I had a 3-hour nap without my CPAP machine. Yeah, I'm a little my brain was a little starved for oxygen for a little too long. Hey, someone joined. Oh, someone's joined. Someone's joined. Oh, okay. and just like that, we have a full party. Or pretty near.
Oh, good. I might switch back to Bard.
Oh, was break coming? You can maybe join? We have 1 more space left. You can ignore the Mandragora. I think it's only like 3k gil. Yeah. I think that's probably the best bet instead of like potentially killing someone. Oh, okay. If you're not really in the mood, Broik, don't worry about it. Oh, looks like they were starting somewhere else. If we have someone else willing to lead, then I will follow them. Oh, that just said there first, is there? Thanks, Break. 1, 2, 3. Still got a spot. Are you in zone? Are you just still thinking of coming over, Chelsea? Oh, that was fast. Who can't go in? Oh, Party Finder. Okay. Big money, big money, big money, big money. Oh, really? Okay. The vegetators, literally on the first. Did we take down the first one already? Oh my god. This party. Or... thank you so much, Broik, for the watch streak. So we got news of the Rising, and it is happening right after Moonfire Fair, like we thought it was. And I finally got a chance to look at Mioni's video about the rewards. And Xanarkand. I think Xanarkand might have to live in my house with the rest of the Juno music. Bling! Greater fancy. Oh, jeez. Nice. Well, that was serendipity, wasn't it? That's crazy. My illness conspired with the heavens. No, I was so sick. And I'm still kind of on the back half of it. But Warpig has just gotten sick. So he has like yesterday and today been a little bit under the weather. And he is as sick right now as I am. And right? So he took a week to finally come down with it. And was sick for 2 days. And is now as better as I am, like a week and a half later. It is unreal. I have no immune system.
Yeah, people with working immune systems.
Right? Right? He manages to fight it off for an entire week, finally gets sick, and is on the mend like after 2 days. Oh well. Oh. Portal! Oops, I didn't get Cardi off. Oh well. This tank seems pretty chill. Are you still there, Lynn? How's it going?
Yep.
Okay. You've been pretty quiet. How are you doing?
I have been so tired, but right now they've kind of cut overtime, so I'm just kind of rolling with it.
Oh, nice. What was that? I heard a noise. I heard a noise.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you.
And the Phil never came up here?
Nah, he said he's taking the night off.
Ah. He's palling around with his bro.
Okay. That's fine. Ugh. What's we got? What we got? I wonder, is YouTube not showing me notifications if someone is chatting or doing stuff in YouTube?
There's been 3 messages
Oh,
from Busy Gaming,
oh,
and that's it.
okay. Yeah, that's a problem.
And only 1 watching, 2 watching. I'm
I
guessing
haven't
I'm
seen any messages. So I am going to have to pull up my YouTube window because I don't know why they're not showing me YouTube messages. Okay. Can I just watch my video? Can I just watch my video? Ugh. Oh, I think I need to mute it. Yeah. There we go. Hey, Fizzy Gaming. Okay. That way I can at least see if someone says something. Okay. Oh, there's another one here. There we go. I'm only just dying. It's fine. Okay. Streamers are bad party members. Hey, we've got some tremendous luck on portals, though. Power was out for 4... What? Power was out for 4 days? Apparently a lot of the Midwest was hit hard. I found out afterwards that a tornado went through town about 2 blocks away from you. The whole area is still recovering. Wow. That's horrible. I am so sorry. That is... I think the longest power outage I was ever in was about 3 days. And that was a very, very, very long time ago. I think that was in the 90s. And I mean, even back in the 90s, that was rough, but that was like pre-internet days. Like, I didn't have a lot to be without back then. So it didn't really bother me. Like, ooh, I couldn't watch television. But I mean, I didn't really miss it. But these days, like 4 days without power is a lot. I would struggle these days being without power for 4 days. I mean, maybe. Maybe it would be a blessing in disguise. But I mean, honestly, like... Yeah. I would certainly... Oh my god, the exact same thing again. We got a monitor to drop, we rolled on the monitor, and then it kicks us out. I say, right? I would certainly have blown through like all my devices, all my emergency backup like bricks and everything. Oh, this isn't even mine. Back in the 90s, you could still easily play your battery-powered Game Boy. Well, that's it. I mean, there was still things I could do. I don't know specifically if I played my Game Boy. I probably did. At least for a little bit. Like, batteries were expensive. I probably didn't play it for very long because, like, batteries don't grow on trees. I didn't have just packs and packs of batteries. But, I probably, like, read a lot. We had, like, bookshelves and bookshelves worth of books. I probably did that. Probably played board games. We had a lot of board games. But, you know, there were ways. But nowadays... Ooh. And not even from an entertainment standpoint, but from a stuff you've got to get done standpoint. Everything from booking appointments to submitting things like important government stuff online to like there's stuff that you have to do, like that you need your cell phone for. Like my cell phone is my only phone number. I don't have a house phone. So I need it charged up. So I would have to get somewhere with electricity to keep it charged. So I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot. Summer light linen, meh, meh. Probably Sunday early afternoon Pacific. I'll check with Warpig tomorrow morning and see when he's playing Warhammer that day. So I would guess probably like noonish on Sunday Pacific. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay. Where? 2 is done. 3 is done. My god, this party is awesome. 4 is done. 5 is done. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a little bit... Well, tomorrow I'm feeling a little bit anxious about because we have to bring 2 out of the 3 cats to the vet. Possibly 3 out of the 3 cats to the vet. We haven't decided. So once I get that done, I'll be happier because then I don't have to worry about it. We can just enjoy the rest of the weekend. It's nothing serious. It's just Boo has to go in for his arthritis injection, and Asha has reached the age where she needs her 1-year inoculations, so she needs to go in for that. So, and then we haven't decided whether we're bringing Noob in just because, or whether he's staying at home alone. So we need to decide that somewhere in the process, whether we're bringing him in just to bring him in, or whether he's somehow being left alone by himself for the first time. So, yeah, that's tomorrow morning. We're gonna have to figure all that out. I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know how that's gonna go. It's a cat field trip, exactly. Now, Boo really does not like to go to the vet anymore. He has had it with the vet. He does not want anything to do with the vet. He has become very wary of being picked up and taken anywhere. So it's become a bit difficult to get him. So we have we have our work cut out for us trying to pick him up to take him. We have to utilize stealth and subterfuge. So, and then of course Nubby, with everything he's gone through, he doesn't like to go either. So he ends up hiding when the carriers come out. So if he ends up hiding when we go to grab Boo, then he might get left alone here arbitrarily because we can't go after him to find him. So we might end up just with Boo and Asha, but we'll see. Okay, now... I don't think... Everyone keeps trying to leave this spot, and we have, like, literally all of the maps here. Aw, mine didn't have a portal though. Where is my other one? Oh, there it is. Okay. Someone was here, I wager. This is a good group. This is a good group. Wah, wah. Spray paint. I don't know. I just follow the group. I cannot think and stream and map at the same time. I am totally reliant on other people to show me where to go to click buttons. You know, everyone has their own individual in-game goals. You were wondering, though, if you had any ideas or activities for Discord community. I wish I did. I think... I don't know how to say this without sounding... I don't know how it sounds. I want to focus on streaming and creating the community and making a plan and like setting up events and building it up, especially with Evercold and YouTube videos and everything like that, and I really want to make that a focus and everything, but it's hard for me right now, and I don't mean like it's hard for me because I'm sick, and it is. I have some in my inventory. I'll just read that. Damn. 8 of them, that would kill a man. It's hard for me too because I don't know what my future is going to look like in terms of, yeah, exactly, in terms of what am I going to have to do to support myself. And I know Warpig's never going to force me to go back to work or anything before I'm ready. But I don't know right now what my future is going to look like. And so I just feel kind of at an impasse and kind of stalled in making a lot of plans. And so I don't have a lot of energy to put towards it. And so I haven't. But like I said before, after September, when I feel a bit more like things are sorted, is when I feel like I'm going to start putting a lot more of that energy in, is the hope. So, to borrow the words of Yoshi P, please look forward to it. Because to say it without saying it, what I would like is I would like to be on disability before I start really making a lot of plans and decisions about my time and what I can and can't do. That would be my goal, is once I know I'm set up and I'm on disability and I have a source of income and I know I'm not going to have to go out and do a bunch more hoop jumping and stuff to survive, then I can get into a routine and I know what my future is going to look like for the next year or 2 or 3, then I can kind of settle in. But that is not my treasure box. I don't anticipate being approved for LTD, but right now, my doctor's office isn't even sending them the paperwork they've requested, so I need to call my doctor's office and find out what's going on. Oh, I don't know. Oop. Oop. Bathroom? There's no bathroom in maps.
But is there a bathroom on the map?
No.
Good to know. I was just trying to make you laugh.
That's fair. Nine, 20, 20, 34. I appreciate that, Broik. Thank you. That was fast. My god. They melted. Ooh. I think there's another one right here. Yeah. That was funny. And then of course like they came back up as soon as I gave up on stream, which I kind of figured they would. Like that seems natural. But no. That was funny. Debbie takes a month to unlock her relic, and as soon as I finally get it done, servers go down.
Happy Friday, y'all.
Hey, Sergal, how you doing?
I'm doing good, okay. I'm almost done with summer semester. And, yeah. I have my paper, which I forgot to send to you. I think you got sick anyway, so I guess it's okay.
Yeah.
I have to revise this paper anyway. I got a 78%. I need 83 to pass the class. So I'm like, poo.
Wow.
I know. But I'll get it done. And I'm trying to log on to play for a little bit if I can get my internet to work. And then, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Just getting over the sickness. The sick. Keep trying to tell my cat it's the ick. Ugh.
And are you still kind of like groggy or headachy or?
I'm definitely headachy right now, but then that's because I slept for 3 hours without my CPAP machine, so my brain was deprived of oxygen, which is not ideal. But I end up having some pretty messed up dreams whenever I'm sleeping without oxygen.
That can happen. What you dream of?
Ah, crap, if I can remember right now. But they're always incredibly vivid dreams, and they're always anxiety dreams. Like, I don't know. Anyone who knows, you know, like, anxiety dreams are very vivid and they're very specific. But yeah, no, I know them when I have them, because your brain is literally like being starved of oxygen, so it's like having some very, very specific dreams. But yeah, no. And then like I wake up after 3 hours of that nonsense and my body's just like feeling pretty terrible. But so I didn't have dinner. I wasn't feeling hungry at all after that. I was like just no. So I'm like, let's do maps. But I'll eat something after we're done.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, not the bad dreams part, but the eating something afterwards.
Exactly.
I still remember a dream I had when I was a little kid. It's so weird how like it's a nightmare, I guess, and some dreams stay with you. I was like running through an abandoned building in San Francisco, even though I never lived in San Francisco. And I went through a door and like jumped off and it was like some high rise and I went flying down. You know how you like always like wake up before you crash down?
There's a story about that, but no. But go ahead.
But yeah, that's pretty much me. Every time I just crash, right before I hit the ground, I woke up. And there's other dreams, but that was one I always remember for some reason. Why can't I connect it in it? But you know
Hey,
something I
Lulu.
do now is I.
Lulu.
Oh yeah, hi Lulu. What was I gonna say though? Oh, but you know what I've been doing now? You know, sometimes you also have like, well, I don't know about you, but do you ever have like really, really good dreams that like vivid also, or?
Not
No.
usually. Not usually. The iron deficiency usually causes me to always have really bad dreams. But
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I feel like I have like normal dreams, but I have like really, really nice dreams every now and then, like maybe a couple times a year, if that.
nice.
And then if I remember them, I have like a little log in my thing. I've been going about like the nice dreams and what is and it's nice because obviously I'm not gonna remember them even like a week from now. But then when I look back after writing it, like in my notes or something, I was like, oh, I remember this now.
Maps are going good. We got a bit of a pug party going on because there weren't too many people who joined, so we're actually going really fast.
And I still can't connect to Wi-Fi.
Can you connect to Wi-Fi? I don't know. But you can join maps. There's one space in the party. No, so you know how you said you usually wake up before you hit the ground?
Yeah.
I never did wake up before I hit the ground. I always hit the ground and then woke up. Which was terrifying and very damaging to myself and my body. Because I know what happens when you hit the ground and then wake up.
At least you woke up.
Yeah. Yeah, I woke up. But so for anyone who doesn't know, it was like I would be falling and then I would hit the ground and I would wake up, but as I was waking up, I would be bouncing up out of my bed. Like the inertia from the fall would be rebounding me up out off of my springs. Like I physically hit the mattress and was bouncing back up. And like it physically hurt. Like everything in my body hurt. Like I hit the ground. And it was always an absolutely horrible experience. 0 out of 10 do not recommend. And it happened to me multiple times as a child growing up. So do not recommend. Awful. Yes.
I can kind of imagine what it's like, and so like you think you wake up and just like hitting, and you feel the pain and jumping and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I cannot connect. Then what's going on? Okay, PS5, why are you not working anymore? It's weird because my computer works fine. I think it was just in a Zoom call with my professor.
Hey, Dreth. Thank you so much. We've got a couple of monitors so far, so we've had a couple of good drops. But I also had a lot of other really bad dreams as a kid, like
So what about good
reoccurring nightmares and night terrors and that sort of thing.
Did you read like Goosebumps a lot or something as a kid?
No, I never watched any scary movies or scary television because it would just make everything worse. So, no, I never did. No. Now growing up now and having read all the medical literature and everything I know that it's a sign of anemia. Which makes sense now that I have a celiac diagnosis, that I was probably very anemic as a child. So it was probably anemia that gave me all the night terrors as a child. But
What the heck?
we didn't have great healthcare growing up in the 80s and 90s. It was just, you know, if you were alive, you were fine.
When did healthcare kind of change in Canada to become more like more better? More better, that's the word.
I would imagine sometime in the 2000s. I mean, take that with a grain of salt. Healthcare is still pretty bad in a lot of Canada with regard to general access. Like, I can see a doctor if I'm dying. And I can see a doctor for free. But if I wanted to go see a doctor because of a chronic condition, it would take me 3 weeks to get an appointment. Like, it's bad.
How long would it? No, so like if something episodic came up, it would still probably take you like 3 weeks if it wasn't like urgent.
Exactly.
Emergent.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I guess that's true with a lot of the more public systems here too.
Yeah, that's what
Sometimes
Leilu
ones
just
are-
said. Yeah. It's sad. It's sad.
They're always underfunded and under-resourced and stuff. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I restarted and started again, and I can't get on. I'm too tired to care right now.
Oh, no.
I restart twice. I don't know why it's not connected to my internet. Oh god, my allergies. I swear, every time I take a shower, my allergies just flare up. Hopefully I don't have mold in my bathroom.
Ugh.
I think my bathroom's cursed. There's always have like leaks and mold and stuff. But we did install new flooring in our house in the second story, and it feels so nice. It's so different. It's easy. It's better for my allergies because it's the, harder laminate flooring and not carpet. So there's less like pollen and dust and dirt floating around. Or at least it's easier
Nice.
to clean. And then my cats like it. Kind of. Okay, my new hobby this week, because I have weekly hobbies.
What's your hobby this week?
Organizing and decluttering, cleaning. I find it kind of like enjoyable. I was taking a quiz on what my organizing style is. I found out I like things nice and pretty and nice to look at, and I shove everything in drawers and cabinets where you can't see it. So just don't look in the closet.
Okay, I get it. My closets are like that too.
I'm like, I can't. At some point, I might be the person who organizes everything nice outside and also inside the cabinets, but I am not that person right now.
I have dreams of going through my closets and getting rid of everything and.
Would you say you're a hoarder or in real life?
I
Or
mean,
not quite
I'm not one of the, like, I'm not a dirty hoarder. Like, I don't save garbage or trash or anything like that. But I do hold on to things that have sentimental value, even if they have like no like cash value.
Yeah. I was watching Marie Kondo or something. And about how you sort through things and do it really quickly on what was the thing like what gives you joy, what doesn't. You kind of start sorting that way, and just it's been helpful for me, like my allergies. But I didn't realize how deep organizing goes. Like there's certifications you can get and tests you pass to become like a certified organizer.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. They deal with not just at home, but also if you go to the larger scales and stuff. And also organizing for people like the elderly, or people with ADHD, or people with chronic illnesses, and what is more accessible, and then disaster preparedness and digital organizing. So I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting.
Hmm.
It does make your life easier if you can get to that point sometimes. If you find a system that works. Some people really like everything out and open visually, so they can see what's out there. Because if it's behind a cabinet, you don't ever see it.
Yeah, I don't have enough room in my house to display everything I own. Not by a long shot.
Not everyone needs to see all my stuff anyway. Go over. Yeah. And then I started looking up those. Was it the cricket cutter? It looks so cool, but I will never use it enough to justify it. But it makes you feel like a crafter. It's like real life
That's
crafting.
true. My mother and sister have one of those. But then they just kind of get roped into making things for people.
Oh, because everyone knows they have one.
Yeah. But it's also, I guess, really nifty for making things for birthdays and Christmases and stuff. You don't have to buy people presents. You can just make people presents.
There's one thing I saw that someone made a shadow box, a paper kind of like this cool kind of almost shadow box. I was like, oh, that's really cool. I just want to make labels so you can label things nicely. But there's I saw the card. I was like, oh, because cards are expensive enough. So
yeah, but you could buy a $30 label maker compared to a $300 Cricut.
So what I was thinking was $100, $120, because I ain't that fancy. I can't buy the $300 one. But I was I feel like it's one of those things that it looks really cool, and then I'll get frustrated trying to figure out how to work it, and then I'll give up, and it'll just sit there collecting dust. But also on the flip side, it could motivate me to actually get started, which is what I said about the last 5 things I bought.
No, I like hobbies. I have a lot of hobby stuff. And if I were to be in a position where I end up permanently disabled, then that's probably how I would spend the majority of my time is doing hobby stuff. But
I thought it might be good for my mom, who's retired, but she still wants to learn how to use her sewing machine, which she's had for 5 years. That's always been cool for her to have a place to use her sewing machine. I feel like sewing's hard though. I always worry about my hands.
It's one of those things where you would probably learn pretty quickly to keep your hands out of there. You just sew your hands a couple of times and you're like, geez, I don't like how this feels. I'm going to not do that.
Like how you just a couple of times. You don't learn the first time.
I don't think you're a learn the first kind of guy.
No, we gotta do it again. Oh man, that was the flu. That's the flu.
Oh, God. But by the second time, you'll be like, geez, this really sucks. I probably shouldn't do this.
Maybe a third time, just because, things change in threes. It's third time's a charm. I was like, nope, never mind.
Oh, God. No, I did a lot of, crafty, housey stuff with guides back when I was a kid because we had all those badges that we had to earn. and one of the things I had to do was a lot of ironing for a badge. And so I was at a neighbor's house and I was doing their ironing for them. And I accidentally backhanded the iron.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ew. And I was too afraid to say something. I didn't want to let them know that I had burnt myself. And so I didn't. And so I kind of kept it quiet and didn't say anything and carried on and finished the job and got home a couple of hours later. And by that time it had burned pretty significantly through my hand. And I couldn't at that point hide it because the imprint of an iron was on the back of my hand. Complete with like the triangle and dots was burned on the back of my hand. Nice! Yay! Fever dream! So, yeah, I did that to myself.
Debbie.
Yeah. So my parents...
This is why I don't,
Yeah.
see, this is why I don't iron. Because I'm afraid of getting burned.
My parents knew what I had done. They never did, but my parents knew what I had done.
My sister did that before church one time, ironing a dress for church, and she accidentally backed it up into her abdomen, and it was a belly burn. And
Oh,
of course, she's like, "I'm not telling anybody," because my sister was one of those badass kids. A lot of respect, because she's like, "I'm good. I'll get off." We all kind of were. And like halfway through church, she started complaining about stomachache. And mind you, I was the one who was constantly sick, so usually a stomachache was me. So my mom was really concerned that she was saying her tummy hurt. And my mom's like, "Well, when we get home, we'll figure it out. We won't stay, you know, for Sunday school." It's like, this kid's complaining. We can't let her complain. There's something wrong with her, you know. So of course we went home right away, and my sister's like, "Mom, this is why my stomach hurt," and she had this like blister right above
oh,
her belly, and it's like, Mom's like, "Why didn't you tell me?" She's like, "You told us if we were late for church we'd get in trouble." She's like, "This is one of the okays to tell me."
right.
So yeah, irons are, one of those things we're very careful with in the house now.
Yeah, no joke.
They're so like inconspicuous because they don't look hot, so you never get
Oh
to
yeah,
tell if it's really hot sometimes.
yeah, no red glow like other fire. This thing is hot. It's red. We know. Don't touch. Bad. Ow! No, iron. Looks cold at all times. Get too close. Ha 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 ha. Ow!
I like how we kind of start talking about like our worst injuries.
Yeah, that's a terrible topic.
See, kids, this is what you do when you get older.
No, we're not getting into worst injuries. We're not gonna do that to Debbie tonight.
Well, how about funniest injuries?
The funniest injuries.
Well, that one I've got a good one. It was all me, not family members. Walked into a brick wall. Okay, so first time in my life, last time in my life, that I decided I wasn't gonna crawl across, mind you, I was like 5 at the time, the garage floor and get my new blue jeans dirty. So I stood up. Now, mind you, why was I gonna crawl across the garage floor? Because me and my sister decided to put a sheet over our head, sneak through the garage into the kitchen, and quote, scare mom and grandma because we were ghosts. Mind you, this is a floral pattern, like, table cover. So yeah, I stood up and poof, right into a brick wall. Well, I kind of did a little head shake and things got rattled there situation. But it was fine till I fell later chasing a dog in the backyard playing and hit the same bump twice and ended up with a major concussion. So yeah, playing Ghost, walked into a brick wall, and then fell later in the yard chasing the dog and ended up with major head trauma.
How old are you again?
5.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this was not an adult situation. This was, I was young and dumb and didn't know no better. Might have been
Oh.
younger than 5, but I'm pretty sure I was 5. I, have some memory recall issues about that moment. I remember waking up in the ambulance, getting sick, going,
Oh,
Mommy,
jeez.
where am I? And then going right back out. So it was pretty major head trauma.
Funniest injury, only me and my clumsy hands could accidentally fling a charging brick and have it hit my head, making a knot. How? You threw it and it hit your head?
Physics.
Physics.
Physics is a cruel, cruel mistress, I guess. And very confusing.
Did you throw it straight up? My brother, I hope he never watches my stream. He was a toddler when he decided to put a bucket on his head and run straight into our ditch filled with blackberry vines.
Oh, bless his life.
Oh, God. So that was his funniest injury. Is he fell into a ditch of blackberries, and that is horrendous.
That's as bad as falling on a cactus.
Yeah.
Oh, that poor little baby.
Oh, that reminds me of one of mine. It was when I was like, I guess, a baby or toddler. I was like, my mom told me about it. I was sitting on the counter and it was busy, and and they
You
moved.
say
I moved
standing on the counter.
sitting. They put me on a counter and stuff. Of course, back then in the 90s and stuff. And then it was like, it was flush with the back of the cabinet or whatever and
Yeah.
stuff. So it was like, hanging over. It wasn't like a sitting counter. For chairs. And then, I don't know, I guess I was reaching for something and I fell off the counter and it went plumbing to the floor. But then there was like a hook or a nail on the thing that caught my diaper or something. And it just sitting there dangling in mid cabinet. I was like crying like like a baby that I was. That was an actual baby, I guess. A toddler. But I was like, still remember that because it's just like, now it's like funny. Of course, my mom was scared, and then of course they never put me on the counter again. But it was like just the image of me dangling on a diaper from a nail.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Oh, that you didn't take a photo? I was like, no, trying to get you off the counter to get you out of the hook.
Ow.
Well, you know how in like every 90s show there was like they duct taped one of the characters to the wall? That really does work. And I'm gonna leave that there. Gotta make sure they have long sleeves on though. And long legs, the full pants. Don't want that stuff stuck to skin.
Ooh. Yeah. No.
It takes a lot less tape than you'd think to hang a child from a wall. Who agreed to it in the first place and wasn't left there that long. And was a sibling.
I don't. takes much less, tape than you think to hang a kid from a wall
Yeah.
or a YouTube video.
No children were hurt during this experiment.
Oh, God.
Everyone was, in on the joke. Nobody was left hanging. We just wanted to see if it would work. Now, on the downside, you gotta be very careful with paint, because that's gonna get you paddling. Can't claim you're trying to hang a poster on the wall. Won't work. They're not gonna believe you.
Oh, my other project along with organizing things is also like fixing all my papers and binders. And what is something to say? You think in the year to 2026 we'd have less paper, but it feels like it never ended. There's gonna be more paper now than we used to.
No, I remember as a kid, I always used to try to hang out on top of the monkey bars. And, like, multiple times I fell off, like, onto my head and neck and knocked the wind out of me. Like, to the point where, like, I couldn't breathe. Like, completely knocked the wind out of my lungs. And back in those days, like, that was just a playground, like, walk it off injury where you just, like, someone grabbed you and just kind of walked you along around the playground until you could breathe again, sort of thing.
Come on, we don't want
And
to tell the teacher.
Exactly! I'm sure that's not how things are handled today, is it, Circle?
It's a bit different now. A little bit depends. But it depends on what part's injured and stuff. If they ever hit their head, though, that we always call parents. No, it's part of the concussion. It's saying no. But this reminds me, actually, this week I had a kid who... It's always the monkey bars. So they always get injured on monkey bars. Either falling, usually, or wrists or something, and he fell and landed on his wrist, and he was hurting. It wasn't too bad, though. It just hurt to bend it, put some ice on it, and then let it rest, and tell him, if it still hurts, come back in like 30 minutes or 20 minutes, and then he rested for a bit, he was feeling okay, came back, kept hurting, started crying, he's like, okay, I'll call mom, and then turns out it was a fracture.
Wow.
So, sometimes you never know, and everything. And then I was like, poor kid, and stuff. I was like, because it was very weird how he's like acting, like, because he just came back to school. I was like, oh, is everything going well? Like, classmates and things, because you always have to do like you have to kind of screen them for mental health things initially as well, along with everything. I was like, yeah, it was going well up until this. I was like, oh yeah, that's probably, I'm sure. The year's been going well. You only been in school for a week, so till the injury. But yeah, things are a little different.
No, it's not mine. Okay.
But it's always funny though. Sometimes you get parents who are very like, almost coddling and stuff, and then you also get the parents who are like the parents from the 80s who are like, oh, you're fine, just walk it off.
Right.
Like, no,
yeah.
they're actually not fine. They're like, they literally can't walk right now. It's always funny when I get some different types of parents. I'm like, when I get some of those, like, you must have grown up in the 80s.
Yeah.
A different time then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and my other new hobby, I forgot to tell you, because I have so many. I've been watching a bunch of plane crash videos on YouTube. Not plane crash videos, but like air disasters.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is really because I realized what I like about it. It's like murder mysteries, like constant, like you just rewatch a new one. What happened? Who done it? What happened? How did it happen? I'm like, oh, this is interesting. But I'm supposed to go flying on a plane next month, so I'm like, maybe I should stop watching these.
Actually, you know what? I have watched a lot of those, like entire seasons of a show called Mayday, which is essentially that's what you're watching. And it actually it makes me feel better about flying a plane, because as you start watching those episodes, you'll find out that it's not one thing that brings down a plane. Like, it's impossible for one thing to crash a plane. Like, it's usually 5 or 6 things that goes wrong in order for that plane to crash. Like, air travel is really, really heckin' safe. Like,
and it may be better that a lot of the crashes that they analyze and showcase are from like the 70s or 80s or 90s, so they're like a couple of decades ago, because things change and stuff. So it is safe.
mm-hmm.
It's like the Swiss cheese model. It's like it has to, like, all these little holes have to kind of
Exactly.
line up
Yeah.
well. So it's rare that ever happens.
And it's because that all of those crashes happened and were investigated to the extent that they were, that crashes don't happen today. Yeah.
And I was gonna say, I like watching the ones where we were just watching one where it was on those propeller planes, the ones with the propellers on their engines rotating, and it was an old plane, but it was flying from like Anchorage, somewhere in Aleutian Island somewhere, and then when the propellers came off and sliced like the bottom of the plane, and so the engines were like wouldn't turn off. They had all these issues, and the pilots flew the plane for like 6 hours and tried to do a landing, and they had to go around, didn't land on the landing, killed the other engine, and were able to stop and then saved everybody. Everyone was able to talk about it. So it's like, oh, this always actually hit, like, oh, when they actually do like really well and everyone lived.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I like watching that show. I like it.
It's kind of nice because it's become like a family thing, because all my family, my parents, we both all travel and stuff. So it's like we all are interested in what happens. So it's kind of like a little bonding thing.
Fourth play. Yeah, pretty much the only thing that consistently can bring down a plane is a pilot. Like, yeah, pretty much the only thing that can consistently bring down a plane is a pilot. Like, and any sort of other failure, like, needs a lot of other things to go wrong in order to bring a plane down.
That's true. It's like a lot. Because it's like something I do like watching is like, say on the show, oh, this thing went wrong, but that should have dropped a plane, and this other thing went wrong, but they should have still been able to do it.
Yeah.
Or lost an engine. But I did find out planes really don't like a little bit of ice. Ice really is not nice to a lot of planes. It's kind of funny to me. It's always something like small, ice or a bolt or something. It's common, like the plane can lose an entire engine and be fine, and if the wrong bolt goes missing or the wrong piece of ice or something goes in the engine, then it's like everything's over for along other things. I was watching one where they didn't know it, but they flew through volcanic ash in Indonesia.
Oh, that'll drop a plane.
And it's like they couldn't figure out what was going on then, because it was on the weather radar, because it erupted while they were flying and stuff, and it created like a weird electrical effect, and it's like it killed the engines, and then they got out of it, and they had to turn around, and there's a mountain and everything. Of course, there's always a mountain in the way. These things, there's always something that has to go wrong. But it was kind of trippy. But like, it basically sandpapered it. But they saved everybody.
Final play.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Come on, get happy.
See, I was never worried about being on a plane because I hate to fly, so I try to avoid plane travel as much as possible. It's the vertigo from the taking off and landing that gets me.
Yes!
But as a child, I grew up like with the airport right next to our house. We were literally at the back runway. So I was more worried about the planes that didn't make the takeoffs work right. And of course, you know, when I was older, we moved away from my grandma's house and away from being like right next to the airport to being right off of a military base with an airstrip on it. And I remember being out shopping one day when they had a very tragic, made national news accident between fighter jets and a passenger plane. This is way back in the 90s. And yeah, we heard that and we were shopping on the other side of town. So yeah, I never was afraid of being on a plane that had an issue. I was afraid of the planes falling out of the sky and getting me. Never happened. You know, I've been safe so far, and I'm very thankful, and you know, continue to have positive thoughts that planes will continue to be successful in their flights because we live near the airport again.
They're like, how about the noise?
Not bad. It's really not bad. We're just far enough away, but yeah, the planes do go in a general direction over the house again, and I'm like, I was glad where I lived in North Carolina being, you know, not right next to an airport.
Ow.
You can do it. I believe in you. Don't die.
Oh, Debbie, I'm Canadian. Have you ever seen or heard of those, like, what, Lego apartments in Montreal? Habitat 7, like the blocks of gray, like, blocks.
No.
Okay. Apparently they're made for World Fair. It's really trippy because it is a bunch of like Legos stacked on each other, with all gray. So it's like I don't know how you get from one room to the other. It's kind of interesting, but it's also kind of very.
Are you talking about the plastic recycling bricks?
No, it's like a house, like apartments.
Yeah, they have a recycled material that basically makes like a building quality Lego block.
I think if that's what they look like.
So they look like Lego?
Well,
Mhm.
that's what someone called them, I guess.
Oh.
Montreal Lego. Okay, I think it's called a name. Habitat 67. Montreal Habitat 67.
That sounds very kind of futuristic and wrong.
Let's put it in Discord. Oh Partial habitat. I'm assuming that's 67 things. There we go.
What channel did you put it in?
Pics, I think. Photos.
Oh, they're using like shipping containers.
Oh,
Or they
that's
style it
so
after
weird.
shipping containers.
Those Quebecans, whatever they're called.
Quebecois.
Quebecois.
I don't know.
That sounds right. I trust the Canadian.
Ow. But
Could be looked up, though.
isn't
If
it though?
you're not sure, just say people of. That way you're not going to get in trouble for saying the wrong word.
I know, right?
The people of Quebec.
Oh, that's a safe way to say it. People of Quebec. This is what you guys built.
Well, that's
Apparently
the
it's
people
for
of
the-
Montreal. It's a little different, I thought.
Oh, yeah. I think it was for Montreal. They said something says Montreal's World Fair 1967.
Yeah, I've seen container home buildings very similar to this, where they take old shipping containers and they basically convert it into similar building patterns. They will remove walls and weld walls together to make domiciles in this particular style. I mean, there's even a 100-year-old house made out of like newspaper that's somewhere in the Midwest United States, I think. Or is it somewhere in the Western US? They used a lot of epoxy, so it wasn't technically all newspaper, but there was 100,000 newspapers used to make it in 1922.
Making a house out of newspaper doesn't sound very.
Long term.
Yeah, exactly. Like.
Well, that's basically what it was. It was supposed to be like an experiment, but when you actually like read the entire article on it, they didn't just make it out of just newspaper. They used like epoxy resins and layered it and laid out the individual sheets and compressed them, and when all was said and done, it was basically newspaper as the primary medium with epoxy and everything else being the actual hold together. And of course, it had a wooden frame, and all the windows were wooden framed windows, and all the doors are wooden framed doors. So they basically used the newspaper sheets, chunks, I guess you could call it, whatever, in between the wooden frame.
I mean,
I saw something. Go
yeah.
ahead.
I guess maybe I'm just coming from the point of view of someone who lives in an earthquake subduction zone. So maybe my standards are a little higher. I wouldn't live in that where I live, but you know,
I don't know.
paper is
Totally
wood.
understand where you're
Yeah.
I mean, I live in an earthquake zone too, and I wouldn't actually live in it either. But we could be the guinea pigs.
Oh God.
Someone's got to be, Debbie.
God.
It doesn't have to be us, but someone's got to be.
Yeah, I mean maybe somewhere where, you know, you weren't concerned too much about your house like falling on top of you, or, you know.
Well, to be fair, the earthquakes are far from me, so I only get the aftershocks. Occasionally. That do shake sometimes. Occasionally, again.
Yeah, like it was like, yeah, I live in a hurricane zone. I need something sturdy. Exactly. Like if you live somewhere where house quality is important, you're not too keen on experimenting with building material.
Exactly. I mean, I saw something, and this is years ago, and I don't have it as quick to reference as the quote newspaper house. Um, I had read something where a person was literally taking, and they were calling it the cardboard house. When you looked at it, it was literally taking corrugated cardboard, maximizing the layers, putting it in an epoxy resin submersion, and then they put it through like the vacuum process that they do with epoxy, and they basically were, basically making cardboard centered epoxy resin sheets to make the house with. So it really wasn't like cardboard freestanding, like a cardboard castle you build as a kid in the backyard from the refrigerator box. It's like, when I looked at the whole thing, it's like, yes, the core material is cardboard, but the house isn't cardboard. It's epoxy resin with a cardboard core that's completely submerged and not at, in any way, shape, or form exposed to any of the elements.
Sometimes I wish I was a chemist so I can understand how this works. It's so like trippy to see like how like different like as we're like getting like the flooring done. It's so weird to see like different types of layers and what counts as what, what's waterproof here, and why do I have a hole in my wall?
Oh yeah, completely understand that.
I mean, like, literally, there's a hole in my wall, and you go see what's happening. I'm like looking
Did
at it
this
while I'm talking to you
just
guys.
magically appear?
So where we got the new flooring, and it seems like maybe it's sunk down. I'm literally on the floor right now.
Huh.
So, when we went from carpet to this other floor,
Oh yeah.
it sank down everything. So, I guess there's a random hole. I never noticed it because I never actually closed my door till just now.
Been there, done that.
The things you find out, I
Never
feel like
noticed the things behind the door.
it's like I only close it at night, then I go to bed. So now I'm finally seeing it. The problem, I've realized like updating things of your house or reorganizing is you find all these things that you weren't gonna do or worry about, and now you see it, and now you got to worry about it and do it.
Yeah.
Funny story on that. I had a friend's spouse who is a trained plaster remodeling, that kind of stuff. So they came in and they sanded my basically drywall not put up right walls, and then they did a plaster mud, whatever you want to call it, skim the surface so that was nice and level and clean and everything like that. And I had told the gentleman while he was doing it, don't worry about the mirror. We're gonna do like a full renovation in a couple years, and at that time I'm gonna take the mirror down and, you know, worry about that kind of stuff later. Because nobody wants to move a giant flat glass mirror, because the only thing that can happen is the darn thing's going to fall over, get broken, there's going to be glass everywhere. I'm not dealing with it. Leave it alone. So they agreed. I agreed. Paid him for the work done. I'm very, very happy with it. Everything's all good. And then we went to put up the new light fixture and found that the previous owners of the house had cut the electrical mounting plate for the previous light fixture because the mirror covered most of the electrical box in the wall that the wires came out of for the lighting. So there was no way to put the new electrical box up properly and have the stupid light grounded properly. So we had to take the freaking mirror down. So now I have to wait till next week for the gentleman to come back and fix the wall under the mirror.
Oh.
I'm like, because I, was talking to the gentleman's wife who I work with, and I'm like, yeah, this was not planned. I'm not mad at him in any way, shape, or form. This is all on me because I didn't think we were going to have a problem just changing out a stupid light and have this problem come up. So I showed her how they had literally cut the electrical mounting plate to fit it on the wall above the mirror and still have the wires actually reach the fixture. And from the time we moved in to the time I removed this stupid freaking not put up right light because of the stupid not put up right mirror, the lights have flickered in that bathroom. And when that light's on, it actually made other rooms flicker. Since we removed the mirror and mounted it properly, the lights aren't flickering in any room anymore. This darn thing wasn't even grounded properly. It was causing
Oh.
a short through the entire freaking house that we didn't even realize. We thought it was just because we're having like wiring replaced a couple rooms at a time because it's freaking expensive. Yeah, nope.
It is.
Replaced one stupid light fixture and all the flickering's gone. And it's like, well, thank God the house didn't burn down from a stupid light that wasn't.
It's like I realized our house was like a new build back in the 2000s, and now that we're fixing things up and everything, we've realized like, oh, they really messed up on the wiring, because we have like wires that are supposed to go straight down, make it easy, but they go crisscross here and there and all over the place, and then what I gotta. So I was putting a nail and they ended up hitting a wire where there's no like outlet nearby at all.
Oof,
It's like feet away, like 5 feet away, and there's like a random wire, or like it's like you always wonder how these things get like approved.
Yeah, it's bad. Our house was built 13 years ago ish now? No, maybe 15 years ago. And we're having summer holes appear in the drywall now. So that the house is getting to the point where it is starting to settle a bit into the foundation. So at the ceiling joists in the summer, they're starting to have some cracks appear in the drywall, but in the winter there's starting to be some cracks appear in the drywall, but in the summer they completely seal up because the beams like expand and contract. Yeah. So it's like in the winter we have all these cracks appear in the drywall, but in the summer they're completely gone. It's funny. So we don't So I don't know. Maybe you can ask your drywall guy when's the best time to deal with those, because like they're not an issue in the summer, but they appear in the winter.
Not that the settling seams were like where they had renovated the house, and what would have been the outside wall is now an inside wall against my parents' bathroom, because most of their bedroom was expanded and had an additional room put on the other side of it as a personal office with another door to the outside and everything. So the one wall in my bathroom had settling where it had separated at the ceiling from the wall, and my guys fixed that right up. They weren't worried about summer, winter, or anything like that. They're like, yep, we're gonna come in and we're gonna seal it. So they did the plaster, and then they did a paintable caulk to seal up anything else that didn't get like completely sealed by the drywall they put into it.
Mm.
So like it's an excellent job done.
Yeah, but like Sergal is saying, we're now at the point in time where we actually have to put some work into the house because it's getting to that age, and it's not fun trying to put money back into the house now. But
yeah, this house was built in the 1960s, so it's aging along.
Yeah, it's going through its third makeover now. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, because they did renovations in the late 80s into the 90s, and this is the stuff that we're looking at and we're fixing and changing and everything, because this is the stuff that was done either original to the house or when they had done the updates. And we have in the one closet, we actually have the blueprints from when they did all the renovations
No.
in the late 80s and into the early 90s. So that's cool. And thankfully, that wiring is sound. It's not like the house I grew up in North Carolina, where literally it had some aluminum wiring in it, and that stuff is god awful and dangerous. That's why I wanted to be a firefighter when I grew up. I'd come home on a regular basis, and the fire department was at the house. It was either my sister, baby sister, when she was a toddler, not knowing any better, starting chicken packages on fire in the kitchen. Thankfully, it's caught very quickly. Or freaking the alarms are going off because something in the attic was smoldering. I'm like, I want to do that. I want to make little kids feel safe when I grow up.
Aw.
The house is still there. I'm hoping that the people after us fully finish the rewiring that, we had started because of all the minor electrical fires.
Like, there's always like once you start fixing and seeing something, I feel like there's always something to do in a house, but it's kind of neat because it's kind of like these are the moments you can kind of make it like your own.
Yeah, that's what we're working on now. I've already painted certain parts of the bathroom now. I have to hold on the one wall, of course. We have to wait for them to come back next week. But other than that, I've got the ceiling done and one of the walls mostly painted. So it'll get done quick. It'll look good when it's all done. Just a stupid electrical outlet and a stupid light and a stupid mirror.
Oh, jeez.
I got to pick out a really pretty mirror that actually fits the space, though. So that's nice. Are you guys all done making the golds for tonight?
Not quite. Just a couple more.
Gonna go do one. Ah, okay.
But we are winding down, yeah. Debbie's getting tired again.
I gotta go to bed soon too, so I gotta wake up early too for class.
Don't.
I thought you
forget-
said, you're almost done though.
Class as in I'll just teach a CPR class. But I signed up for because I want extra money. But I don't know why we always laugh. They made it for like 8 o'clock in the morning, but they've had so many people not sign up, and not enough people signed up to the classes because they were like, okay, yeah, nobody wants to wake up 8 a.m. on a Saturday. Just make it 9 a.m. because the class is only like 2.5 hours. And, like, we have to be there at 7:30. I'm like, I don't even get to work at 7:30.
Oh.
You can gain money, but still, I'm like, working 6 days a week is kind of draining me. But I got 3 weeks until, 3.5 weeks until I'm on vacation.
Woohoo!
My birthday. I'll be off for 2 weeks, and I can't wait.
What's your birthday?
In September, middle of September.
It's not the 16th, is it?
No.
Okay, good.
Why?
Why?
Who else? Oh, okay.
That's my
It's in
hub's
that
birthday.
vicinity. It's in that vicinity of the week.
Yeah, my hub's birthday is like 16th, and I have like 3 friends, including a relative, that are all on the 8th.
I think someone was AFK. Is Serge a Libra? Is Sergal a Libra?
What am I? I'm a
That'd be
Virgo.
Virgo.
I feel like Libra is. Where's Libra?
20th.
Libra is September.
In the end of September.
Not quite
yeah.
then, yeah.
I know Virgos. I am a Virgo.
As am I. I'm sure there's many of us.
Yeah, my
Apparently
mother.
Everyone got very. Apparently, everyone got very excited in January. It seems like.
Well, you have basically like most Virgos are either like Christmas babies or New Year's. You know that's when things happen. You know, people sneaking off to avoid family. September, baby. Also, the partying and drinking on New Year's. That's where we come from. We're very dead. We're just there.
Spray. Okay. You're a Libra, can't find too many of us either. Thought I knew a Libra.
I know. So. Those Libras have a secret wild side.
I have absolutely zero secret wild side. Oh, so for anyone paying attention to Debbie's TV habits, I finally finished the Robin Hood series.
Ooh.
Yay!
It was terrible, absolutely terrible. It was 3 seasons and it ended horribly.
Oh.
And I have moved on to another series I have absolutely never watched, which is Merlin. And
I
so
heard good things about Merlin.
yeah, I am I think 5 or
good
6 episodes into that. Yeah.
I mean, that's one that I've, for the most part, and I'd have to go and relook at like final reviews, but most people say the first several seasons were really good. Because I think it was like 3 or 4 seasons, wasn't it?
I don't know. I think Warpig said 5 or 6, but I honestly haven't checked. He just puts it on at dinner time every night, and I watch another episode. I have no idea what it is I'm watching, but I know my mother and sister watched it originally when it aired, and I would walk into the room sometimes and it would be on. But that's like all I know about it. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I'm having difficulty already with it. Episode 4 of the entire series, like literally episode 4 of the entire series, was already a let's threaten to kill the protagonist episode. So like I am having difficulties with this one. But I mean, the acting's all right. The audio is really wonky. But my husband said that it's because it's filmed in the UK, and apparently a lot of UK shows have really weird audio mixing. Because like the voices are like really hard to hear above the audio effects. So like the sound effects are really loud, but the voices are like really whispering, and so it's like, but no. So that's what I'm doing. Do I recommend people watch Robin Hood? The acting was amazing. So the person who plays like one of the main antagonists is the same person who plays oh crap. Oh, Debbie's brain is trying to brain too hard. One of the main dwarves in the Hobbit movie. And also the main actor in the Castlevania series. Anyway, incredibly good actor. The acting in the Robin Hood series is amazing, like top-notch acting. What the series suffered from was writing. In that the writers were literally a pack of the writers were literally slugs on a pack of cigarettes. They like, it was literally like a writer's room in which they had like a pack of cigarettes with a slug on it. That was the writing. It was absolutely horrible. Like I don't know. They could not have found worse writers for that show. But the acting was out of the park. That's my summary of that show. But yeah.
Oh, so like in honor of Peyton Panettiere passing away enough, has anyone ever watched Heroes? Because I heard about it, but I've never seen it.
Oh,
It's like 20 years
I
old.
heard of it, but I've never watched it. No.
All
Yeah,
I
that's-
remember is you had to save the cheerleader,
Later,
save the world. That's all I remember.
That's what I remember hearing. It's such an iconic line, you know. I heard the first season really good, and then it kind of wasn't after that. So,
Yeah, I had a
but speaking,
not favored final season.
I think that's one of the shows that really suffered from the writer's strike too that happened at the time.
oh, the shows in the 2000s were such an interesting like mix. Like I feel like I don't have necessarily good memories of the shows from like those like mid 2000s for whatever reason, but that was also a different time in my life, you know, because you know middle school is a very tough time in life going through it. But did you guys ever watch Lost?
No,
Some of
I
it.
was completely uninterested in that show.
It seemed really interesting, the mystery, but then I heard it also kind of went off the rails a little bit.
I am going to have to, at least for microphone use and everything else, turn into a pumpkin now because it's almost midnight here and the family is now all church mouse quiet and going to sleep.
Aw.
And I'm actually probably gonna exit out too because I need to go to bed too.
Aw. Well, have a good night,
All right,
guys.
Debbie.
Alright, I'll still be watching to keep your numbers up, but yeah.
No worries. Have a good
Thanks.
night.
Good night.
Bye. Dun 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 dun. It feels late right now because I also have like all the lights off in the house. And so it's like really dark and there's no one else home except for me and the cats. And so I'm in a completely dark room and it's like quiet. And now no one else is talking. And so I feel like maybe I need to whisper. It's only 9 o'clock here, though. That's what happens when we get to the back end of summer and it starts to get darker later, or darker earlier. It's not my chest. What's this? Cloth of Legend.
There we go.
There we go. Whoa! You okay? Dude. You okay? The cat knocked over my prompter again. Oh well, at least she's around, I guess.
They want to be involved so bad.
Right. Cats, I mean, I love them, but they make the worst, like, set crew. I don't know what to do. Like... It's midnight, so you're feeling the time. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to tell these guys. Well, I think these are the last maps we have, so I think we're naturally gonna be ending after this. I need to go take something for my headache. And maybe eat something.
I have leftover pizza calling my name. I know it's a me.
Nice. Pass you, UGP. Any open maps? I'm out. Wow, 422k raw gil. Nice run.
Thank you very much, Debbie. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much to everyone who joined me in party. Thank you. And thank you so much for joining me in game and in chat. Thank you. I mean, it's fun to do. It's fun to do like pickup parties sometimes because you never know who you're going to meet. So that was a good group. That was a good group. They were fast. They were efficient. Hey, Fi. Yeah, thank you so much to everyone who joined me in game. We do this every Friday night, so if you want to join, sign up goes up in Discord sometime Friday morning. So if you want to guarantee yourself a spot, make sure to sign up. Yeah, take care. Take care, Lelu. You had trouble getting through cooldowns before we were done, right? Like, especially the Mandragoras went down so fast. Like, that was a good group. And with 7 people, like, things went down really fast. Yeah. Made a lot of raw gil, so it was really good. I don't even know kind of what I picked up. I know I got a monitor. So at least there was that. I know a couple of dams dropped that I didn't even roll on because I had some dam in my inventory. So I passed on some stuff. So, but yeah, thank you so much everyone again. Yeah, I hope you have a fantastic evening. I'll be back tomorrow night with some variety streaming. So join me then. And I'm probably going to be doing a sponsor stream on Sunday. So if you want to support the stream, check it out on Sunday. I'll be doing some Marvel Strike Force. So join me then. Yeah, thank you so much everyone for joining me tonight. It is always a pleasure. Take care. Love yourself as much as you love others. And I will see you all in game. Bye.